This is Vader Reviews. We are honored that you would join us. As a youngling, my first love was hand-drawn animation. That was before I met Padme. Hubba hubba. But even to this day, as an old cyborg, I can't deny I'm drawn to cartoons. I've been meaning to pencil this video into my schedule for some time. I painted myself into a corner as I couldn't figure out what to review this weekend. And I knew I had to draw the line somewhere and make an artful decision on what to discuss. And I think you'll be glad you tuned in. Due to its originality, cultural impact, and how it revolutionized the marketing industry, no cartoon can compete with the turtle power of the Green Machine, the Heroes in a Half Shell, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But that didn't stop rival studios from turning green with envy and desperately trying to get a piece of the pizza pie and create a cowabunga cash cow of their own. So today, we're going to take a trip down memory lane as we count down the top 5 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ripoffs. Before we begin, I want to recognize brave heroes of the Empire, Keegan Loke and Matthew Nicholson, for their generous donations last weekend. Your help is greatly appreciated, and your names will be featured on the end credits of our fan film, Fallen Jedi. If you would like to do your part for the Empire, donate to our PayPal today so we can continue to bring you weekly videos. Join the Empire today by subscribing and hit that bell for notifications. Like, comment, subscribe, share these videos, and together we will rule the internet. To kickstart this list, we're going in full throttle with one of the cheesiest entries, Biker Mice from Mars, created by Rick Ungar and produced by the one and only Stan Lee. The series tried so hard to be the Ninja Turtles they even got Rob Paulsen, the voice of Raphael on the original TMNT, to star as the leader of the 3 Mouseketeers from Mars, and with names like Throttle, Moto, and Vinny, you can tell right away the show is gonna be nothing but class. A cross between Ninja Turtles and Mad Max, they have their very own discount April O'Neil, complete with auburn-colored hair, named Charlie Davidson. And I thought my jokes were cheesy. But speaking of cheese, the big cheese villain of the series is Lawrence Limburger, an alien known as a Plutarchian, who disguises himself as a human industrialist. His plan is to harvest the Earth's resources. Limburger regularly orders his henchman, Dr. Carbuncle, to use their transporter to bring powerful supervillains to Chicago to battle the Biker Mice, who always manage to squeak by and save the day. Among these villains was a rat named Mace. I knew a rat named Mace once. He tried to overthrow the Republic. He was charged with treason, though, and his plans went out the window. Also, my son, Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill, turned to the dark side and voiced Electromag. Although between this, Guyver, and The Last Jedi, I'm beginning to question his choice in acting roles. Moving right along. When you're on the road to glory, ain't no turning back. It's gotta be the Mighty Ducks on the Quack Attack. And when your theme song is performed by Mickey Thomas of Jefferson Starship, who did a totally wizard song for the Star Wars Holiday Special, I might add, what can I say? Ducks rock. The series was one of the last teams of anthropomorphic animal heroes, and the last series produced for ABC's Disney Afternoon programming block, running for 26 episodes from September 6, 1996 to January 17, 1997. The premise revolves around a group of hockey-playing ducks from another dimension that save the world from the Saurian overlords. When they aren't playing professional hockey, that is. And while that might sound just ducky, their obvious goal was to cash in on Turtle Mania. The team is pretty standard. A focused Leonardo-like leader named Wildwing, who looks like a duck version of Casey Jones. Our brains of the group in purple once again. Nosedive, our Michelangelo-esque goof-off. The addition of a stoic Zen master and a plucky redhead named Mallory. My personal favorite, however, was the wise, quacking Duke Larange, voiced by Kyle Katarn himself, Jeff Bennett, who also voiced Johnny Bravo in Tex 10 Star. From his eye patch and chipped beak, to his flaming lightsaber, and past as the leader of a gang of jewel thieves called the Brotherhood of the Blade, he was the coolest character of the show by far. Unlike most of these turtlesque cartoons, Mighty Ducks actually had an excellent group of antagonists for the series. From Tim Curry's over-the-top cartoon villainy of Lord Dragonus to Clancy Brown, who Clone Wars fans will recognize as Savage Opress. My favorite, however, was Dragonus' wizard named Wraith, voiced by Tony J, who I'll always remember as Shere Khan from Tailspin or Jarlsberg from Bruno the Kid. His dry sense of humor and grim demeanor balanced out Chameleon's utter buffoonery, making the Saurians a viable threat throughout the series, something many of these TMNT-style shows are sadly lacking. So while it had its problems, for the most part, Mighty Ducks is a mighty good show. Just when you thought it was safe to watch Saturday morning cartoons, you're gonna need a bigger bag of Shark Bites fruit snacks. Because they bite, they fight, they stand for everything right. Packed to the gills with fantastic action, Street Sharks made a splash, running for 3 jawsome seasons from 1994 to 96. The series focused on 4 brothers who were mutated into sharks by the evil Dr. Paradigm. Ripster, the great white shark, is the leader of the group. Jab the Hammerhead is a party dude. Streaks, spelled with an X because it's totally extreme, is a rollerblading tiger shark. And finally, Big Slamu is a whale shark with his trademark seismic slam. As always, our mutant heroes have a couple of human chums that help them out. Where the series ran aground, however, was the villains. The aforementioned Dr. Paradigm, who after being mutated with a piranha is dubbed Piranoid, and his 2 henchmen, a swordfish named Slash and another mutant named Slobster. Like most cartoons of the day, the series was intended to promote a line of action figures by Mattel, where none other than Vin Diesel himself demonstrated the figures at the 1994 Toy Fair, and since I can't match his enthusiasm, I'll let his performance speak for itself.
I want to show you something up close and personal. I've got something here with such fantastic detail it's going to blow you away. Head shark! Good choice! Rocky Balboa action!
I think it goes without saying, what the world needs right now more than anything else is a live-action adaptation of the Street Sharks starring Vin Diesel, or should I say, Finn Diesel, as the Ripster. Not only would it be great to see Vin get back to his Groots, so to speak, it would be totally jawsome. In 1996, the Street Sharks were paired with another team of heroes called the Dino Vengers, and as their popularity grew, they got their own series and were renamed the Extreme Dinosaurs, which brings us to our next entry on the list. Something's really rockin' on planet number 3. Modern Man's Got Prehistoric Company. Produced by the same creative team behind the Street Sharks, the Extreme Dinosaurs ran from September 1st to December 24th, 1997, before sadly going the way of the dinosaur. Longtime viewers of the channel will know of my love for dinosaurs, so when I saw the action figures with their teeth, claws, muscles, and jaws, I was instantly hooked. The series revolved around a group of dinosaurs that survived extinction by being genetically enhanced by an alien from another dimension. Once again, we have a team of 4 heroes, our dino stars of the show, if you will. A Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and Pteranodon. And while I like each of these characters, they bear a striking resemblance to the Dinosaurs for Hire comic series created by Tom Mason in 1988. The comic also featured a Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and Pterodactyl, who had alien origins and worked as mercenaries. The 1993 run-and-gun video game tie-in for the Sega Genesis, though challenging, is pretty wizard. However the series evolved, the extreme dinosaurs make for a great team. T-Bone, Stegs, Spike, and Bullseye all have unique personalities, and surprisingly, their action figures were of higher quality than the turtles they tried so desperately to emulate. The sculpts were highly detailed and expressive. Most expressive. And as with the Mighty Ducks, the extreme dinosaurs succeeded where the Street Sharks failed. Their villains, the Raptors, were totally boss. This was at the height of popularity for the Velociraptor, thanks to Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park and its sequel, The Lost World. A subplot of the series involved a government agency led by Dr. Rebecca Scarwell, searching for the extreme dinosaurs, as well as Captain Chedra Balzac, an alien law officer who works with the dinosaurs after she was stranded on Earth. And while the clever girl never manages to contain our Saurian heroes, Dr. Scarwell is an interesting foil for the team, and would make a great side villain if the extreme dinosaurs ever got a live-action adaptation. It's time to draw this list to a close with our last entry that may seem unorthodox at first, but it is also the highest quality series on the list. What happens when you take 1 part Ninja Turtles, 1 part Batman the Animated Series, the cast of Star Trek, and a dash of Shakespeare? You get Gargoyles, a rock and gothic sci-fi adventure series produced with the combined efforts of Walt Disney Television, Jade Animation, Tama Productions, and Nelvana Studio, who produced the animated segment of the Star Wars Holiday Special, as well as the droids and Ewok cartoons. Disney's first animated drama series. Over the course of 3 seasons and 78 episodes, audiences thrilled to the mythic adventures of Goliath and his stone-cold clan of gargoyles. Like Batman the Animated Series, Gargoyles focused on atmosphere, complex characters, and melodrama. Ironic since it was originally pitched as a comedy series. Keith David lent his signature commanding vocals to Goliath, a towering gargoyle leader with a chiseled jawline and rock-hard abs. Ed Asner played the hard-headed Hudson, while Jeff Bennett broods as the young gargoyle Brooklyn. The series could have easily done without Broadway, the village idiot whose defining characteristic is that he's fat. And I could never stand the annoying little golem-looking Donatello of the group, Lexington. However, like Batman the Animated Series, where Gargoyles truly shines is the writing and voice acting, with a veritable Star Trek convention of actors making regular and guest appearances, including Jonathan Frakes, Marina Sirtis, Nichelle Nichols, Avery Brooks, Colm Meaney, Michael Dorn, Kate Mulgrew, Brent Spiner, and LeVar Burton. But don't take my word for it, see for yourself. In the end, Gargoyles took the Ninja Turtle formula, a group of creature heroes who live in a secret lair, befriend a female character that serves as their connection to the outside world they don't understand, but vow to protect from the shadows, and adds a layer of pathos, complexity, and maturity that allows it to spread its wings and soar above the rest. If you've made it this far, thank you for sticking around for this rather self-indulgent trip down memory lane. Did you grow up with any of these shows? Comment below. What are your top 5 cartoons of all time? As always, join the Empire today, and together we will rule the internet. And always remember, you don't know the power of the dark side.